Yeah, after the class. Okay. So now let us, because now you know this Hadamard lemma, and so in the last class I asked you to derive some formula, right? So what is the formula I asked you to derive in the last class? E raised to lambda a e raised to b e power minus lambda a is equal to e power b, and if the commutator of a with b is c and a and b commutes with c, right? That is the condition. So this is equal to e power lambda c, right? So any question on this, how to derive this? All of you got it?
Sir, I was unable to get.
Okay, you are unable to get. Okay, so okay, fine. So okay, so then let us start. So the conditions are A commutes with the C, and the B also commutes with the C. Anybody got this? Anybody were able to derive this? Yes or no? Okay, fine. So now you have to apply the Hadamard lemma. So what is Hadamard lemma? E power lambda a b e power minus lambda a, which is equal to b plus lambda divided by 1 factorial commutator of a with b plus, okay, this you understand that a and b commutes with the commutator of a b, okay, for this particular problem. So let me erase this. Lambda square by 2 factorial commutator of a with the commutator of a with b plus etc. It's a series. So this one we already derived. So instead of the operator b, what you are having is a e power b. So now to calculate this, let us calculate each of these terms initially. Okay. So this is no problem. So a with b. So the a is a, b is e power b. So what is this equal to? So this is equal to, you can now expand e power b. So what you get is a identity operator plus b divided by 1 factorial plus b square divided by 2 factorial. It's an exponential series for this operator. So b cube divided by 3 factorial plus etc. So the commutator of a with b plus c is equal to commutator of a with b plus commutator of c, a with c. So any derivation whenever I am doing, if you are not sure about how certain things has come, you can immediately stop me, okay, even if it is a basic thing, because that is very crucial to understanding the problem. So this is the learning place. So even if you ask some very simple or basic questions, I will answer, okay, because the problem is, suppose you don't understand how it has come, then either you have to assume or you have to just go ahead and do this, right? But it is better you understand how this has come. So if any question on this, you can ask, otherwise we will get on to this. So you can apply this and you want to do this. So a commutator with I is identity operator. So commutator of a with I will be 0. The first term is 0 plus next is a commutator with b. So you know that it's given that commutator of a with b is c. So what we require here is commutator of a with b, so that is c by 1 factorial. So next is plus a commutator with b square. So what is the commutator of a with b square? Yeah? Yes, somebody said something, no problem, you repeat. It is not 0. Okay, so this is equal to a b b, right? A b b. So again another formula you have to look at, that is a with the, so let me write down that formula somewhere here. So the commutator of a with bc is equal to commutator of a with b c plus commutator of a, not a, b commutator of a with c. So commutator of a with bc is equal to, so first you put this c right hand side, then a with b, and you put this b left hand side, then a with c. Though this we have derived in one of our earlier classes. So you can apply this formula there. Instead of c you are having b, okay, b is b. So this is equal to
CD plus BC.
no, there is no, okay, so a with b, so then b there, cb plus a commutator of a with b, again b, so that is a with b c, so what you get in the next one, bc. Okay, so what is this equal to?
2BC.
So it is 2bc because c and b commutes each other. Okay, so we have the another one more condition for this particular problem, that is a and b commutes with c. So commutator of a with c and commutator of b with c is equal to 0. So bc is same as cb. Only because of that reason you can write that. Okay. Otherwise, so that is why this is crucial. See, this condition we have to take it here now. So b with c is 0. So this is 2bc. Okay. So the third term is 2bc divided by 2 factorial. So what will you get? bc. Okay. You can write, for example, 1 factorial because bc by 1 factorial. The 2 will cancel with this and another 1 factorial. Okay. So now you tell me, now you understood what will be the commutator of a with b square, b cube. So this one you can split it as commutator of a with b square b. So first is a with b square into b. A with b square is this one you can apply 2b. So this one I can go a little slowly. So this is a with b square b plus b square left hand side a with b. So what is a with b square? 2bc. So 2bc into b is 2b square c. Okay. So you have to stop me if you have any problem. Okay. 2b square c. This is A with B is C, so B square into C. So that is again B square into C. So 2B square C plus B square C is 3B square C. So now you can apply, put that one here, the commutator of A with B cube is 3B square C. So 3 by 3 factorial will give you 1 2 factorial in the denominator. Then you get B square C by 2 factorial. So now I think it is clear. So now if you put A B power 4, so this one you write it as B 3B. So B 3B you get 1 3B cube C. Okay. Then other one will give you one more B cube C. So you get 4 B cube C the next term. So if you substitute that 4 by 4 factorial you get 3 factorial. So next term will be 4. 4 is not there now. 4 is B cube C divided by 3 factorial plus etc. So I can take C outside, right? So I can take C outside, then remaining thing will be identity operator plus B by 1 factorial plus B square by 2 factorial plus B cube by 3 factorial plus etc. So what will you get? We will get
E to the power B.
e to the power B into C, right? E to the power B into C.
Same, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can we write it C e to the power B?
Yes.
E to the power B and C are commute.
Obviously, C commutes with B. So BC and CB are same. So one of the earlier classes I said, if A commutes with any other operator B, okay, then A commutes with any function of B. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is e power B into C. So the second term, so we have to write down this. Okay. So this one I will remove. So this is B plus lambda by 1 factorial. A with B is C. This is the second term only we have done here. So that is, which term? We have done the first term, right? Which term we have done now? Oh, we are not doing this. We are doing this. Okay. We are doing this. So this is equal to, the first term is B e power B plus, you are applying this formula, then plus lambda by 1 factorial, A with e power B, that is what we have found now. So that is e power B C plus. So now next term is lambda square by 2 factorial A with commutator of A with AB. So commutator of A with AB, AB is already you know, commutator of A with B is e power B C. So this is e power B C. Any question?
No, sir.
Okay. So but this is very simple now, because C is like a constant operator here. Okay, what is this? Let us calculate that. So this is basically third term. So A with e power B C. Again you apply the formula A with B C. So this is equal to e power b commutator of a with c plus then commutator of a with e power b then c. So this is equal to this, but this quantity is 0. So this is a with e power b c, but we know that a with e power b is what you have done, what you have showed earlier.
E power BC.
So you get this as e power b into c into c. So that is equal to e power b c square. So this term, the second term will become e power b c square. Now next term in this is lambda cube divided by 3 factorial commutator of a with ab. So already commutator of a with ab is showed that e power b into c square. Then again commutator of a with e power b c square, because this is like a constant, you can just take it outside because a commutes with the c. So you get e power b c cube. So lambda cube e power b c cube divided by 3 factorial plus etc. Now this is a series, I can take e power b outside, so e power b outside, then identity plus lambda by 1 factorial c plus lambda square by 2 factorial c square plus etc. That is a exponential series of e power lambda c. Okay.
Sir, can we write it as e to the power b plus lambda c because b and c commute?
This is obviously because b and c commutes, so I can write this as e power b plus lambda c. No issue. Okay, so that you can do. So that is actually from this itself you can see, because no, so this is okay. So I have to talk about the Sassanus formula, but this one you can write because b and c commutes. So there is another formula I have to talk about, because e power a into e power b, if a and b don't commute, what is that equal to? That is not e power a plus b, but b and c commutes each other. Because of that reason, I can write this is equal to e power b plus lambda c. Any question on this now? Now we have e power lambda a, e power b, e power minus lambda a, which is equal to e power b, e power, I am writing in this form because I want to do something else. Suppose I put lambda equal to 1 in this, what will I get? E power a, e power b, e power minus a equal to e power b, e power c. Okay. So what is from this? What is e power a, e power b equal to? What is e power a, e power b equal to?
E power b, e power c, e power a.
E power b, e power c, e power a. Any question?
Yes.
Because you just multiply e power a in the right hand side. So e power minus a commutes with a, so e power minus a plus a, so that is give you e power 0, 1. So now this formula will be useful now to derive the Weyl form, okay, of the canonical operators. So now write down that e power a, e power b equal to e power b, e power c, e power a. Now take a equal to I psi x and b equal to I eta p. Okay, where psi and eta are some complex numbers, constants. Where x and p are operators, where x commutator of x with p is equal to I h cross. Is this clear? The operator A is I psi x, operator B is I eta p, where commutator of x with p is I h cross, identity operator. So now I can just talk without invoking any quantum mechanics or anything. Okay, but there is a quantum mechanics here. The commutator of the position and the momentum or canonical operators. Okay, so x with p is I h cross I. But you can just consider it as a mathematical object. There is two operators. Its commutation relation is I h cross I, identity operator, where this quantity is c, whatever we are talking about earlier. And x operator commutes with the c and p operator commutes with the c. Now substitute a and b here, okay, then you get me the answer for e power I psi x I eta p. I will give you 2 minutes, all of you. So question is clear, right? Instead of a you substitute this, b you substitute this, you tell me what you get in the right hand side and with this commutation relation, because you can apply this formula, because this formula you got when the commutator of a with b is some c and commutator of a with b is a with c is equal to commutator of b with c equal to 0. So you got this formula and this formula with these conditions, otherwise this is not correct, with these conditions. Now you can see that this is the c operator corresponding to that and these conditions are satisfied. So now you substitute a and b, these two, and give me the answer for the right hand side. I will give you 2 minutes.
Sir, what are psi and eta?
They are complex numbers.
Okay, sir.
So the answer is for so what is the left hand side? E power I psi x e power I eta p, which is equal to
identity matrix.
equal to
Identity matrix e power I into e power I h star.
okay. What is this?
E power I h star.
Okay.
Next e power I eta p and e power I
I
psi x. Yes, sir.
is this correct?
Sir, I got different.
Yeah, tell me your answer. You give me.
E power I eta
I eta,
Yes, sir. P
okay,
into e to the power minus I xi eta h cross
psi eta h cross,
into identity.
okay.
No, sir. Yes, sir.
Is the identity here? Okay, fine.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir, I put it there.
okay, okay. Then
Into e to the power I xi x.
Then I got the same.
okay. So you don't have to keep the identity here because this is a number into an operator. Okay, so finally this is an operator. This left hand side is an operator. So even if you put an identity, it is not going to change the whole answer because this is just a number now. Okay, because number into another operator is the operator. So or identity into some number is again another operator. Okay, so I is not need to keep there. If you keep there, there is no issue. So this is correct, but this is something wrong. You look at, okay. So this is yeah. You look at if you have any problem, you tell me, then I can do that. Okay. Yes.
Sir, actually, I have another class. It was taken by Miss. That's why your first class and first part of the class I have missed. That's why I have to see.
Okay. Okay, fine. So you want me to do the calculation, or you can do it yourself?
Sir, I will try. If any problem occurs, I will tell you.
Okay, okay, no problem. Yeah. So so this one I can, because can I keep it this the first place? Can I put this one here? Yes, right? Yeah. So this is, you can see that e power x operator into e power p operator is some constant or some phase, okay, into the e power p operator into e power x operator. So this is called the Weyl form of the canonical operators x and p. So any question on this now?
How first term came? I'm not ready.
This one?
No, sir, the first term.
This one? This one?
Yes, sir.
No, this,
Our.
you know, this is there now. This is there in the middle, the e power c. Actually, I can take e power c outside here. So this is same as e power c into e power b into e power a. It is all.
I'm asking
How?
to calculate that power.
How this term has come? That is what you are asking.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So this is equal to e power c into e power b into e power a, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So e power b is what? So b is p, right? I eta p. So that is basically this term. Okay. Then e power a is e power I psi x. So that is this term. So e power c is this term. Okay. So you have to find out c. So what is c? C is, what is c?
Commutator of p.
It's not see, it's not just commutator of xp, it is commutator. So a is I psi x and b is I eta p, right? A is I psi x, b is I eta p. So you have to basically do, c is basically commutator of a with b. So I psi x with I eta p. So this is what you have to find out. So what is I psi x commutator with I eta p? I psi is a number I can take outside the commutator. I eta is also a number I can take outside the commutator. So you get I psi into I eta. What is I psi into I eta? Minus psi eta. Then commutator of x with p. What is the commutator of x with p? IH cross. So you get minus psi eta h cross. That is your C. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So any questions? Any question?
Where is the whale form?
Yeah?
So where is the whale form that we used?
Where is the?
Whale form with the right.
Is others are able to hear him properly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, somebody else can actually repeat that question for me, because others are saying I can clear it properly. Where is the whale form used? That is the question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, okay, so that is basically, see, so many quantum mechanical calculations, okay, you come across this kind of operators, so that, see, so you have e power, see, I eta or psi x e power I eta p, okay. So if you suppose you write like this, suppose there is some expression you want to calculate, suppose you write like this, or this is operator is acting on some state. So suppose that state is an eigenstate of x operator, but it's not an eigenstate of p operator, okay. So suppose this is an operator, right? So this operator acting on some state, but that state is an eigenstate of x operator, but it's not an eigenstate of p operator. What will you do? Because with this form you cannot calculate this, okay. So what you can do, you can use the other alternative form for this, that is, you can replace this with the whatever we are derived, then e power psi x acting on this get psi will give you the answer. Oh, for example, what is x? What is this answer equal to? What is this answer equal to? So this here x and p are operators. Now I cannot write, I can in principle, but I cannot get a direct relation. What is e power I eta p acting on ket x? That you may not be able to write immediately, but I know I psi x acting on ket x. So what is that? X operator acting on x will give you x number itself. So I can write down now whatever the formula you had derived earlier. This operator will become the right hand side, and this operator will become the left hand side multiplied by some constant. So in that case, e power I psi x acting on x will give you just I psi x number. So that number is, so after that you have only I psi p. Suppose you are calculating something like this. This you cannot do. This is a number, altogether it is a number, because this is an operator, okay, acting on some state will give you, and so any operator acting on any state will give you another state. So this operator acting on this will give you another state, that inner product with this will give you a number, complex number in general. But here I don't know how to act e power I eta p on x directly. Here I don't know how to act I psi x on bra p, okay. So what I should do, I use the Weyl form, so that I flip this one, so this one will become left hand side and this one will become the right hand side. So I can solve this. So there are so many instant places when you do the calculations, because where the order of the form, the operator is very important, because AB is not equal to BA. Okay.
So thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any other question?